This edition of Sports Galore is proudly brought to you by Subway. And now, here's your hosts, Mark Allen and Adam Treloar.
G'day everybody, I'm Mark Allen and this is Sports Galore and of course, Adam Treloar.
Back
nice
again,
to see you,
mate.
Ads.
Nice to see you. We got a special guest here, mate.
Mate, I thought this bloke just walked off the street.
no.
Have a look at him.
What
He's just
is
sitting
going
there all
on?
nice and cosy. This is Dane Roy, 27-year-old from the Houston Cougars. Welcome to Sports Galore, Dane.
Thanks
Welcome
for having
aboard,
me.
mate. Great to have you here.
Now, we better give some background to the story.
Absolutely.
27 years
Absolutely.
old at the moment, sophomore for the College of Houston, UNH, is that right?
Yeah, University of Houston.
There's that many colleges there. I'll get confused with everything.
And
There's
you
a
can't-
lot of colleges there.
There he is.
You can't mistake this ball, so you're the punter
Bit weird.
at
Yeah.
the University of Houston.
Don't know about it.
So tell us how you got this role.
It's actually a really long story, full
Mate,
of ups and
we've got a
downs.
long time.
It pretty much is. I won the barrel time comp that I actually tried out on this oval here, and then I managed to kick a long kick at Etihad, and then MCG, and then on the grand final day, kicked it
I remember that on
I
grand
do
final
remember
day.
that too.
It was a bomb.
73
Is
metres.
that the Hawthorn West Coast
Yeah,
one?
yeah.
Yep, I do remember
I
that.
remember
That
it,
was
mate.
a
I remember
bomb
it.
and a half.
Crowd was a bit deafening because I think the Hawks had kicked like 5 goals in the first quarter,
Yeah.
running out there, and managed to win that. And they took me over to America for a little holiday there, and then I saw how big college football was, and I said, I want to get amongst that. Came back to Melbourne, spoke to Nathan Chapman at Pro Kick Australia, he taught me how to punt, and a couple months later I'm doing an SAT in Hobart.
Oh, you're joking.
Trying to,
Why in
oh,
Hobart?
wow.
Why did you have to do an SAT in Hobart? You're from Melbourne.
That's where I would have failed.
The
Just
Melbourne,
quietly.
all the Melbourne ones were sold out because it's so popular. So obviously go down to Tassie, not a lot of people
Yeah.
trying to go to college there. So did my SAT there, and then got the results back and passed it all. And then
Off to Houston we go.
off to Houston in June.
Righto, so you're from Bunyip, moved to Oakley.
Bunyip with Shane Mumford.
Yeah, played
One
football
of my
with
ex-teammates.
Shane Mumford.
Is
You,
he-
yeah.
played,
he the same?
you played football with
Yeah,
Shane
I
Shane
did.
Mumford.
We played seniors together.
Is he the same? Is he the same as he
I
was
know.
back then as he is now?
He is a giant, and he's really, really, really aggressive on the football field.
And does he have the pie eating record at the Bunyip Football
He's
Club?
got a lot of eating
Apparently,
records at
I
Bunyip.
heard he
like
has a record
sausages.
there, which is
I think he
crazy.
had a whole chicken in one sandwich once.
So what position, when you were playing with Mummy, what position did you play? As a
I
footballer?
was the backup ruck to Mumford.
Oh, you're joking.
Yeah, so he'd run in, and then
Kill a few blokes. And
Yeah,
then
I
you'd come
remember.
out and do the rest.
Yeah, that was it. I'd just try and get a limited game time when he's playing. But yeah, then after Bunyip, I went up to Bendigo to play some VFL. That didn't work out. Planned to play country footy for a few years after that. Then pulled up the boots on country footy, and then played some
that
some VAFA footy with Richmond Centrals down the road at KB.
Well,
Righto.
there you go.
So tell us
Crazy.
about the first time you pulled on this little beauty and ran out for Houston.
That
What
was
number is that, by the way?
that's number 38.
38. Jeremy Howe.
I chose 38 because red and white. Mike Pike.
Mike Pike,
He moved
Canadian.
countries to play football, and I'm
Yes.
moving countries to
I
play
like
football.
that little superstition there. What are you doing there, mate?
I'm going to whack it on during the show.
And we're the same height and weight.
You're joking.
Yeah, and-
You're joking.
And some people say we look similar. So
Mate, Sam, that is great. My Pike similarity right there. That is awesome.
So yeah, the first game was at NRG Stadium, which is the Houston Texans' home ground. Never been to a college game before, so my first game
Amazing.
was my first time I've been
How many
there.
people were there, you reckon?
71,000, I think.
Righto. So have you been freaking them out a bit with the drop punts and being able to run and hit somebody on the chest and training, all that sort of stuff that most people growing up as footballers in this country can do? Did you
Yeah, that was
have a bit
pretty-
of fun doing
I
that?
don't know if
That
I
was-
can take you serious just quietly. Mate.
That was pretty fun. First couple of days I was at the doing training with all the guys, kicking with the coaches.
You mean kicking this, not kicking footy?
Kicking
Yeah,
this
kicking
with
that.
the coaches before training, and I'm 30 metres away. I don't know how many yards that is, but I'm hitting the coach on the chest like these low bullets.
So drop punts.
And he's like, "Hey, how are
What
you
are you
doing
doing?
that?" Like some guys can't even throw that good, and so they're just wonderful, just in awe by how we can do many things with football.
Who'd you support? I'd like to know who'd you support growing up. Please say Collingwood.
Growing up, I think for a few years I supported Geelong, but
Geelong?
then I went to support the Swans from like 95 onwards.
Oh, just because you supported them, not because of Mike Pike?
No, because Mum and Dad they were Swan supporters,
Okay.
and turns out that I didn't. I think I was a bit salty after the Cats lost the '95 grand final.
Yeah,
So I was
Blue
like,
Boys
okay,
back then.
I'll go. I'll go for the Swans from now, and then the
Okay.
Swans lost the next year.
And now you're a Collingwood fan because you've been here. So
Yeah.
we'll take that.
Tell me this: being able to kick a torpedo in
Yep.
footy versus punting is a different technique, isn't it? So how long did it take you to get the hang of? Is it just 1 or 2 steps and all the bizzo?
It's about can be 3 steps, 2.5, about that. But like kicking an Aussie footy is really, really easy compared to
compared
this
to that,
because the
absolutely.
Aussie footy is like a beach ball. When you've been kicking that for a while, you go back to an Aussie footy because I've got a Sharon in my locker.
Oh, they would be looking at that like,
Yeah,
what is that?
they see me bouncing on the ground and then throw it on there.
Mate, have you tried to explain it to him? Have you tried to explain what AFL is like?
Yeah, I've tried. They always yell out, so it's rugby. I was like, no, it's not.
I take offence to
I
that.
think
Come on.
I end up saying it's like a combination of rugby, basketball,
Everything.
and soccer.
A bit of
It's like
everything.
everything
Athletics,
combined in one.
everything.
No pads and tackling from 360.
Have you ever showed him YouTube clips?
Yeah, I
Because-
always go on YouTube and show AFL biggest hits. So
Oh,
just
they
people,
would
Yeah,
love
they'd
that.
love
people
it.
getting
They would
smashed.
love that.
Really, you played that, man?
Tell me this: we've seen the drop punt come into play.
Yeah.
By basically all the Australian footballers have gone over there. They've now developed the drop punt. It's part of the lingo now.
Yeah.
What about the high banana? Excuse me, the high banana kick that curves on the way up and then fades down the other way on the way down. Have you done any experimentation with this one?
Well, I'm still trying to master the craft of hitting a normal punt
Hitting it
right
proper,
now.
right.
So that is in the works down the track. I did see one of the lads who's going to America in the coming years, who's training at Gosh's the other day. He was working rolling out to the left side, so obviously tricking the returner to go that side, and then he just bananaed it back, and it was up low and then going high.
Nice.
And I said, if you can do that in a game, that's pretty cool because he's not going to catch that, and that's most likely going to roll forward
yeah.
for a few more yards.
Mate, because I'm a big NBA fan,
Yeah.
as ever Marco knows,
Yeah.
Sammy knows.
Your boy went ballistic too on the weekend.
He did, he was amazing,
Yeah.
KD, my boy. So, Houston, have
Yeah.
you been to watch the Houston Rockets?
I have been to watch
James
the
Harden.
Houston Rockets.
Is it an amazing atmosphere?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like, the Americans know how to put on a show.
Yes, they do.
And college football is huge. All college sports are huge,
Yeah.
and then pretty much all sports are huge.
It's
like
huge.
Houston's a really thriving metropolis, it's like the 4th largest city in America. And going to, I think I've been to 4 Rockets games or something.
That would have been amazing. I would probably went to every single game. I reckon.
Got some cheap tickets off the whatever apps they have over there. And but one day I tried to watch Cleveland play. Like LeBron came down. Like all of a sudden the $20 tickets are now $120. The scalpers out their side.
Happens when you're potentially the greatest player of all time.
The scalpers are like, no, the tickets are more expensive now. And then, so I think me and the missus ended up watching some live music down at the House of Blues.
Well, there you go. There you go.
Now, you're a sophomore at the Cougars, which
Yeah.
means you're a second-year player. You didn't redshirt. If redshirting means you have the first year off, and then you're only allowed 4 years to
Yeah.
play in college sport. So you're a sophomore. What sort of form have you got going at the moment?
Form in the classroom.
No, don't worry about the classroom. I know you got. All you have to do is get a 2.0 average, C average.
There's
You'd
nothing
be
in
right
the
as well.
classroom here, mate.
Form punting.
Form with punting. Well, I won out the first position of number 1 punter when I got to the Houston last year, and I've maintained that. They're happy with me, what I'm doing. I want to get better, obviously. They're happy to let me get better. And so I beat out the other punter there in spring.
He'd be pretty dirty.
He's a kicker
Yes,
as well.
he would be. He's this Australian
he's-
coming over
Yeah.
here trying to
He's,
take my spot.
he's got to fork out 40,000 a year now for his education.
Yeah.
His kid selling ice cream before
His
he's
old
now got
man
my
comes
spot.
and takes their jobs.
What are your aspirations? Do you see yourself potentially playing in the NFL?
Yeah,
or
obviously
if
NFL.
You can, obviously.
NFL is definitely the dream, but you got to be a realist at the same time.
Yeah.
They tell us that only 3 of us in this room will actually make it to the NFL for more than 3 years. Like a lot of people will get like tryouts after they finish, and it's what you do on that day. You might have a bad day, and they don't really care. Like you had a bad day, bad luck, you're out. Or if you're good, you
brutal.
take your
Brutal
opportunity.
sport.
So that's why I'm really working hard in the classroom as well to get my degree, which is going to be advertising and communications.
Awesome. So what needs to improve? Because we would love, especially now, anyone on Sports Galore, we want them to go well. Actually, we're pretty much a good luck charm. Anyone we've been talking about Nick Kyrgios in this program.
Boy.
He's starting to go in the right direction. Guok McKee, you got him in again. Well done. What? Yeah, well, he's turned his life around apparently down in Tasmania. He's now on the way up. So for you to actually go to another level and get some interest from some of the NFL clubs, what needs to maybe just polish up a little bit as far as your punting techniques and things?
I think be a bit more consistent. I had a few punts that I'd like to take back and really erase from the record books, but if I can knuckle down this year and smash out a few longer punts, make sure I get a few more fair caught, no returns, just the basics of what they like, just do all that, then I'll be on the way to glory, hopefully.
Fantastic. All right, Dane, now you're part of the panel, mate. This is Sports Galore, and while we get going, we're going to get a would you believe it in the tick, and that's all about punting. But who would be the biggest chance to be a punter in the NFL from the Pies?
There's a couple.
Who's got the big leg?
So Lyndon Dunn, I'm not sure if you've seen Lyndon Dunn.
Yeah.
He's
kicks
a
out.
massive kick. I reckon there's 4. Lyndon Dunn, Tyson Goldsack's another one who can launch the ball, Jeremy Howe and Braden Maynard.
They're the ones.
I reckon we should have a kick-off.
Why don't we?
Maybe
with this guy.
If Dane lets us borrow this, we'll have a kick-off.
Oh, that's got to be
see
done.
Who wins.
That's got to be
And
done
there
at
you
some
go.
stage. With
Surely,
that ball,
Sammy,
though.
with that ball.
Give Dane the advantage.
They're my 4 guesses.
All right. It is time
Not me,
for
though.
You Wouldn't Believe It. Now, you've got a story for us, and you wouldn't believe it, from the States. What sort of stuff has been happening over in America? You're Australian boy, you're in Texas, got the accent, they don't know what's going on. Just give us a little story of something maybe we wouldn't believe.
Well, didn't happen to me. It was one of the boys from Pro Kick, Oscar. He went to Virginia Tech, which is in West Virginia, I think.
Yeah,
somewhere in Virginia, I reckon.
That area.
That's accurate.
Yeah. He goes, he's in class, and he looks over to the girl next to him and says, hey, like he made a mistake on his sheet. He goes, hey, you got a rubber. And
no.
And like,
where is this going?
Long story short, he had to stipulate what he was actually after. I need an eraser. And so
that is one of
the poor girl would have run out of the class, I reckon.
And so I think the coach had to talk to the media about that.
That is the best. You would believe it. We're never going to top that, Sam. We are never going to top that.
Righto, it is time now for the inside story. Now, there's only one inside story I want to know.
And what is that, mate?
Well, it's all because of you. I'll read up this Monday. You, poor old Tom Mitchell, has 50 touches, and you're doing this to him on the way past, saying something.
No, I was complimenting you, mate. I was asking him, how do I do what you do?
Listening to SEN, reading every paper. There are stories in this poor kid. He's had 50 touches, and we're questioning whether it's a good game. Of course, he played well. It was
an extraordinary game by him. He's having it unbelievably. I was asking him, how can I get the ball and handball it to my teammates so I can bring him into the game?
Did he say just run around the back and get?
Yeah, that's what he said.
He did.
Look, you didn't say that. My lips are sealed. I ain't saying anything. Dane, watch the game.
I'm just a bit salty that Tom Mitchell left the Swans. So
there you go.
But understandable.
In all due respect, though, he's having an awesome year, and he's definitely been their best player all year. He's having an extremely good year.
But you're just,
I was asking him how to get the ball. Because he was getting 50 touches, I was getting nothing. So that's all I was saying, mate.
All right, tell me this.
Yes.
First quarter, it's fair to say Collingwood people reasonably disappointed.
Yes, we're struggling,
just a little bit disappointed.
We were struggling.
We get down halfway through the second quarter at one stage, we're 43 points down. And now every Collingwood person at the G, every Collingwood person watching at home, we're thinking, well, our club is cooked.
Done.
Our club is going to be the number one story from Monday to Friday. The whole place is under pressure. You go in at half time. Please tell me what Nathan Buckley has said, because you came out
we
so
just stayed, although we're down 37-1 at quarter time, and it's the same in any
Did you
sport.
make eye contact with him?
I didn't. So say you're Bucks.
Yeah.
This is Bucks, and I'm going to go away here, and I usually stand probably here, and I'm looking at him.
Yeah.
Right. I was around about over here.
Right.
Pretending.
Because he's not going to look like that.
No. And so I was pretending to grab a drink.
Yeah.
That's what I was doing.
Long
and
drink.
as he was talking, spraying, And I seen his eyes wander. I sort of grabbed like a bottle from behind me, so then I quickly drink that.
Still look away.
So anyway, I didn't cop a spray, which is thank God for that, because I probably would have broke down and started crying. But no, back to what I was saying. We still had full belief in if we played the way we played.
Really?
If we played the way we played our brand of footy. You got to give full credit to Hawthorn. They had an exceptional first quarter. They were exceptional. They moved the ball extremely well. We defended them very poorly. We came out with the right mindset. They just played so much better than us. But I think we tried to play it in our own brand of footy post first quarter, and especially after half time. And that was winning contested footy, being bold with the way we're moving the footy, and that's exactly what we did. And at the end of the day, we ended up winning, and it was an awesome performance by the guys.
Taking risks, that seemed to be part of it. Threading a handball through moving players.
Just going fast. We wanted to take the game on. We wanted to cop them off guard. We know that their defenders like to sag off. If we can get them over the back and score, that's exactly what we did, and we did that really, really well. And I'm glad you watched it, mate. I'm glad you didn't crack it, turn it off. Well, you said you did crack it, turn it off.
I did leave to play some table tennis with the kids.
And then you came back and watched it.
I came back and Tricia, my wife, had changed the channel, and that was fine with me.
Probably didn't know what you were watching
at that stage of the night. And then halfway through the last quarter, I've put it on, and you wouldn't believe it, but 30 seconds after the tally goes on, it's when Pendlebury kicks the goal and you're going, just crossed him. You crossed him a little bit. He kicks the left footer, and we're up. And I didn't know how it was possible. I didn't know how it was possible.
There you go, mate.
You watched the game.
I was at the Berwick Inn watching.
The Berwick Inn?
Yeah.
Down near my
How's the
way.
Berwick Inn?
How was that?
It's changed a bit.
It has changed a little bit, hasn't it?
It's I used to work there as well.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, serving pots.
How Berwick Inn? Have you been there, Marco?
I've never ever been to the
go,
Berwick
mate. It's
Inn.
nice.
It's a bit pricey, like for a student.
Is it?
Yeah.
Don't worry, mate. You'll get somebody just filling your pockets with cash at some stage.
Exactly.
No, that's a joke. If the NCAA are watching this,
after
joke.
I graduated.
Exactly.
After
you've
right.
graduated.
Yeah. That is right. Okay, it is time for Do You Care? Now, I want you to be a big part of this, Dane.
Yep.
In the soccer, Brazilian superstar Neymar
Yeah, this is huge.
will not make the trip to Australia for internationals against the Aussies and Argentina at the MCG in June.
There's 20,000 people gone now already because Neymar's not playing.
By the way, Lionel Messi will play for Argentina. Do you care?
I do care.
That's wrong, mate.
It's one of the greatest.
It's disappointing,
players at the
but
moment.
obviously Messi's still here and he's going to be attracting a lot of them as well.
But he can't sell tickets saying that Neymar's going to be here, and then he says, no, I'm not going to go down to
take
Australia.
Messi's good enough.
I care.
If only he said he wasn't coming after people who bought the tickets.
Yeah, exactly.
Fair enough. Righto. In the boxing, Floyd Mayweather, I think he's 49-0. Is saying he's 90% chance to come out of retirement and fight Conor McGregor. Now, would you, one, watch the fight, two, pay for the fight?
I think everyone in the whole world would watch it.
Yeah, I'm paying
What type of fight is it?
I have no
boxing.
idea.
Boxing?
No, it is boxing.
Ooh.
So Conor McGregor becomes a boxer. He got his boxing
Floyd
license in Los Angeles
Floyd
about 6 months ago. So he's serious. He's been training. They've actually got a bit of footage of him training.
I've seen that on Instagram. He's challenged him a couple of times on Instagram. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
You haven't seen that.
Apparently,
do
I do.
You do?
Yeah, I follow you. Thanks for the follow back.
Oh, sorry, mate. I got to follow you.
I don't follow either you, sorry.
Oh, get off the show now.
Righto, I'm watching, but do you blokes care? Floyd Mayweather taking on Conor McGregor?
Yeah, this is huge in the locker room. Like the guys love the UFC and all the boxing and stuff.
Yeah.
I like to get into one guy, Rome. He's just in love with Mayweather,
Yeah.
and I say, mate, when this fight happens, McGregor's just going to take him out, and like he's going to get his first loss, and he just like he gets on his little soapbox and just like tells me why. Like McGregor's going to lose.
I love that
What
name,
number's Rome?
Rome is 20.
Hey, Rome.
Yeah, boy,
I reckon
Rome.
he's going to get rolled as well, right? Just for you.
Thanks, Rome.
Into soccer, Chelsea defender David Luiz spent $1.75 million on buying gifts for his teammates.
Oh, what a gentleman.
Each player and the coach got a diamond-encrusted wristband, which apparently can be used as a car key.
What a gentleman.
Lavish gifts in American sport. Do you care?
Absolutely. None of my teammates have done that for me.
I would have just rather the money. But we have a lot of jewellery. It's very popular in the locker room, like having their necklaces and all the bling. But if you win enough games, if you win big games, you end up getting a ring. But we weren't that lucky this year. Hopefully that'll change.
Let's hope so.
And I'll have some jewellery to bring over next year.
There's a lot of luck when you're on this show. So
Andrew Gaze tells the story. San Antonio, who was the big centre?
David Robinson.
David Robinson, thank you. just as well you were here.
I would have gone with someone else.
David Robinson,
I'm the NBA expert. Just ask me.
after they won the NBA playoffs, after they won the whole lot, he bought each of the team member a $100,000 Rolex. But Gazy, it was his last season, already came home. So he sent it down to Australia. He sent it down. So Andrew Gaze had to go and collect it. He had to pay $10,000 for it to actually be here. And he got this but Gazy was pissed off. Gazy was a little disappointed because he had to pay $5,000 or $10,000 to get a $100,000 watch.
I'd have sold it. I would have just sold it for every money, I reckon.
That's what he probably has, knowing Andrew Gaze. He probably has. In the tennis, Maria Sharapova is not going to play the French Open.
Neither is
failing to be given the wild card.
Roger Federer's not playing the French over there.
Is he injured or is he just saving himself for Wimbledon? Yeah, that makes sense.
I really couldn't care less.
I love that honesty.
I sense that from Dane Roy. I sense that
what we love.
Pretty early.
Look, I really couldn't give two hoots about that.
And finally, this is a no-brainer for you, Eds. Playoffs destined for a Cleveland Golden State finals.
It's a certainty. Golden State are in it. They're 3-love up. They'll win it. But Boston just won.
Yeah.
So now it's 2-1. Yes.
I'm a Boston guy.
As we speak, Boston just won.
I've run out of data on my phone, so
I couldn't. Bradley hit a 3-pointer to win the game, and now they're in Cleveland as well. So it's back to 2-1.
There you go.
There you go. Without Isaiah Thomas too.
Yeah. It's a great time of the year.
I still think he'll be a Cleveland Golden State.
It'll be Cleveland Golden State. I don't want Cleveland.
I do. No. Kevin Durant plays for Golden State. What am I thinking?
What are you doing?
No, I want Golden State.
No, I want to see LeBron win because then it's the Michael Jordan LeBron
I'm sick of that.
comparison.
I'm sick of that. No.
It's just going to go on and on and on forever, and I love it. Hey, Dane, thanks for coming.
Thanks for coming in,
We really
mate.
appreciate you
No
coming in, giving us a look at what you do.
Yeah.
Good luck at the Cougars.
Thank
we
you.
wish you all the best, and hopefully you'll be a Collingwood supporter next time we see you.
He will be.
Hopefully you will be.
Good luck for Collingwood, but not too much luck though.
Thanks, mate.
Now we take on Brisbane. It's the early game
Sunday.
at the
Sunday,
MCG.
1:10.
It's Sunday. All the best, buddy. A couple of wins in a row would be fantastic for the club. All the Collingwood supporters and members out there, get down this Sunday. I don't care what you're doing. Support the boys. Let's have a lot of us down there at the G on Sunday afternoon. Catch you next time.
Thanks to our friends at Subway, this has been another episode of Sports Galore. If you've got feedback on the show or you have a topic you'd like the guys to talk about, use the club's official social channels to let us know. Go Pies.